We're going on a walk, and I'm leaving Janelle at home. She was extremely exhausted today, so she's at home with Lillian. Peter, why are we going on a walk?
Because we want to pick up more cans. Because Mom said she was probably going to price shop tomorrow.
And Peter has his can grabber. Show us your can grabber, Peter. For those of you who might not know, New York has a 5-cent returnable charge on the cans. So you pay 5 cents, and then if you return it, you get your 5 cents back. Well, the people who throw them out the window, they forfeit their 5 cents, and we get 5 cents. So Peter is trying to collect his 5 cents. So we just figured we'd go on a walk, and we would get the cans, and Peter can have the money. Probably go turn them in tomorrow. The little girls are in the back, and they're they're coloring and doing their coloring books that they got today.
Oh, that one was gross.
Yeah, let's leave the gross ones. I wonder what Auntie A would think if she knew we were using her grabber to pick up cans.
I think she'd be rolling in her grave.
There are all our cans. We're going to turn them in tomorrow. We're having our dinner right now, and we're having some fried fish for dinner. And that reminded me of one of Art's childhood stories. One time when I was young, we went past this sign, and it was during election season, and it said, "Vote for Fred Fish." And so one of us, I think, I'm not going to mention any names, one of my sisters thought of an idea. That looks a lot like fried fish. So they looked for an I, and in the absence of an I on the sign, they went to the date, and the date had a 1 in it. I forgot what the date was. Let's say February 16, for example. And they took the 1 off of the sign, and they put it in between the R and the E of Fred. So it said, "Vote for fried fish." And that was pretty bad. We laugh now, kind of, but it was... I would never let my children do that.
You said you would.
No, I would not let my children do that either. Oh, I'm sure you would do it if I let you, but I wouldn't let you. By the way, Fred Fish ended up winning the election, so I don't know if my sister helped him at all or not, but anyway, he won. By the way, if you're wondering, my sisters and I did a lot of things when we were kids that I would not let my children do.
Good morning. It is Saturday morning, and as you just saw, we got out of the house very, very early for our family. But we're heading down to the grocery store because I just have not had a chance to actually get to the store to pick up a ham. Now, we are not hosting Easter dinner tomorrow night. However, the price of hams are very, very inexpensive, and I want to make sure that I pick up at least 1, possibly 2, and we'll do those next week. And Art is going to do the can return because the kids have been walking along the streets in our area and picking up the cans that have been left over winter, and I think that money's going to go in their piggy banks, right?
It goes mostly to Peter because he got most of them, but John and Charity get a little too. Janelle and Charity are headed into Hannaford right now, and we're just going to wait for them because the bank's not open yet. While we're waiting for Janelle, I got my banking done, and let's see, I clipped the little girl's fingernails, and we did a few other things. Whenever we're waiting for Janelle, we try to make it count and do something in the van. They're back!
Okay.
I need my thermal, excuse me.
So they're putting the cold
this is
food.
the one thing I'm worried about because we have other errands.
You bought ice cream. You never buy ice cream.
$1.49. My birthday's next week.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. The shank hams were 57 cents a pound, and the spiral cut hams were 97 cents a pound. There's a limit to each, so I ended up getting 4 hams because that is really, really cheap meat right now, and I'm really tired of beef. So anyways, that's what we ended up getting, and I did buy some sweet potatoes, but these are really nice hams. The spiral cuts are excellent for just serving, and then the shanks I use for cooking, like making my farmer strata and things like that with ham and eggs. Our next stop is the Dollar Tree, and we are looking for, out of all things, hula hoops. And we're actually not using the hula hoops for kids, but we're looking to get the hula hoops for our hoop house. So there's a Dollar Tree right in the same plaza where we are, and we're gonna see if we can pick them up. I believe Art's going to cut them in half, so for every hula hoop he'll get 2 hoops, but I'm not sure on that.
Now we're at Price Chopper returning all our bag of bags. They have the bag recycle here, And we have a whole bunch of bags. We're walking around and looking, but I don't see any hula hoops, so we'll have to try elsewhere.
Well, that was unsuccessful. We're just loading everybody up, and Lillian's going, no, not the car seat again.
At least we got rid of all our bags.
Yes, we got rid of the bag of bags.
Here are all the cans. We're going to take them in, see how much money we get. We returned the cans, and we got $10.70 for picking up cans by the side of the road when we would have gone walking anyway. Tell them what happens there.
There's
Quickly.
cans flying everywhere, and you know what? You know what? They even take the ones that are wrinkled.
Yeah, the smashed ones?
Do they take flat ones?
Yep.
Or they take them, but they might just recycle them.
No, they take them. They get their...
I think they recycle them. He was throwing them in the recycle bucket.
We're back, and everybody is doing fine, and I don't think anyone wet their pants, and Lillian is not screaming, so everything is good. And we're back in exactly 1 hour. I have some scraps of food for the chickens, and look at that. They're all excited about it. There you go, chickens. Enjoy. Janelle is checking out our buds. This is the peach tree. When did we plant this one? Isn't that like 1.5 years ago?
This one is, let's see, this is going into its 3rd season.
Okay, so, well, it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, and then this one, pears are always a little bit on the slower side to do much of anything.
Yeah, it looks like we need to trim those pretty bad.
That's why they're more hardy, because they don't flower right away. But it's coming. It's not dead. It's just not quite as profuse. But look at the cherry over here.
And here's our old peach tree. This one has produced enough fruit for many lifetimes, so yeah, it's not that great. It's falling apart, but we've already gotten our money's worth out of that one.
I'm looking at the buds, and these look like they're
Are you
all
going to
going
get
to be
cherries?
Cherries. See, cherries. These are all cherry blossoms.
Yeah, we've never gotten cherries on here before. Well, we've gotten a couple, but they haven't made it to maturity.
You know, it looks a lot more hopeful, let's put it this way, because I see several of them here. It's not going to be a ton, but it's going to be some. Look at our other cherry tree. It doesn't have nearly as many of those clusters as that tree. So I think that tree is going to have a lot more cherries than this tree this year. I might be wrong, but...
Yeah, this one's a lot taller, though. It's probably about 15 feet tall. I'd rather have the cherries than the height, though.
But what's interesting is this one is older than that tree. Look at the base of it. This one has grown a lot better than that one over there.
Oh, actually, they're the same. You remember what happened? One day we came out here and the deer had eaten that cherry tree down to almost nothing.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
But it did recover.
Yeah. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful we have a better fruit year, as long as we don't get any last minute frost, which right now we're looking pretty good.
If we do get some frost, I'm going to light charcoal grill and I'm going to roll the grill around underneath all the trees all night. I'm not losing my fruit this year if I can help it. Janelle, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a flower vase.
And you have to climb on there to do that?
Yes, because I'm short. See, one of the problems of being a short person.
Mommy.
It's time for one of Daddy's childhood story series. This story popped into my mind because of returning the cans today. When I was a kid, my dad worked at Meijer, which is a big grocery store chain in the Midwest. My dad always came home with these stories about how terrible it was to work in the bottle return. This was the day before the machines did it, so they had actually people taking the cans. So my older sister, also known as Aunt Becky to the kids, she always said, "I bet it's not as bad as you say." And so my dad said to her, "I bet you can't work there for more than a month." And she said, "I bet I can." And it went back and forth for a little while. So then my dad got her a job in the bottle return. It wasn't too hard to get her a job there because my sister is very smart. She's like the top in her class in school. Working in the bottle return. He got her a job there and she interviewed and of course she got it. So then the first day she went there and these people told her, "Well, if you want to steal something, you hide it over here," and they were telling her how to do that, and she's like, "This isn't for me." And after the first day, she came home and she said, "That is the worst job in the world, and Dad, you were right." She said there aren't enough negative adjectives in the dictionary to describe how terrible the job is. So my dad said, "You are not quitting. you are at least giving a 2-week notice, because my dad didn't like it when people quit without giving a 2-week notice. So the next day she gave her 2-week notice and she had to work there for 2 weeks. Looks like Janelle let the chickens out to free range for a little while. Oh, I guess Charity did. They like the grass? Yes, they do.
That they will not touch the strawberry hulls.
Yeah, they want
Really?
grass.
Yeah, they want
Oh.
grass.
I thought they liked strawberry hulls. Maybe.
They do. They love them, but when they're out free ranging,
Guess they like that a little more.
look at how well they're doing with Grace right in them too.
Right.
Some of our chickens have always run away. when the kids get meat.
Uh-oh. Look at that. The chickens are just wandering back in.
Lillian is up, so we're out doing some more running, and this is only on our block running. We're still looking for hula hoops, and we have a Dollar General behind us, behind our house. So we're gonna see if they have hula hoops, but I know a lot of you guys have been asking me what kind of lipstick I've been using, and well, today what I have on is, see if you guys can focus, it's Mary Kay Lip Suede, and it's polished pink is the color. I don't think they make this anymore. This was just some that I had in my stash of stuff that I bought, and it had a dig on it, you know, where the cap snaps the top, and I couldn't sell it, so I decided I was gonna use it, and I actually really like it. So that's what I have on today. Grace was yapping back there while I was talking because she thought we would gone the wrong direction to the post office box. So that's why she was
saying mailman.
Mailman, yeah, well, we have to go the other way, but we're gonna make a loop, honey, okay?
We're going to go to the P.O. box.
It's funny how kids can start picking up on which direction we need to go, and that's why she's so upset. We'll go to the mailman.
I told the kids, anyone who wants to go in can go in, and let's see, we have Lydia, Peter, Grace, and Mary. The big kids wanted to stay in with the little girl.
I'm a big kid.
Mary?
Yeah, well, yes, right. Look at that, there they are. They have hula hoops, but they're more expensive than the stuff at Lowe's, so I guess we're just going to get that.
Let's get the milk though.
Okay.
It's $2.55.
Oh wow, that's cheap. Janelle and I are in the post office. We were having a little date. And we're checking our P.O. box. Whoa, got something.
To Lydia.
Oh, Lydia got something.
And it's from Michigan. I don't think we've heard from Walker, Michigan.
Walker, oh that's, yeah.
I don't think we've heard from them.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I know where Walker is. Do you want to open it, Lydia?
Sure.
Okay.
The hula hoops at Dollar General wouldn't work because we would need more than we expected because of the size of them, and they were $3 a piece, not $1, so it's cheaper to go down to Lowe's and pick up the wire conduit or whatever. I don't know the stuff, it's PVC, and we're just decided we're gonna quick run down there, get the piping, and use that for the hoop house. Art is the mastermind behind all of this, so I'm just leaving it up to him, and I'm along for the ride.
I thought the hula hoops were a good idea, and I'm thinking at $1 each that would save a lot of money, but at $3 each it certainly does not. Looks like Grace enjoyed her chocolate. I think we're going to wash her face off before we go into Lowe's though. That's not very close.
Okay. I think we may have found something. There we go. I am carrying little Gracie, Lillian, but it's nap time.
I got bucket tennis.
In your shadow. We got all our stuff and we're ready to go. I'm making a hoop house and it's going to be simple. And in case you're wondering, no, this saw is not plugged in. And I'm just drilling some holes right now. I'm trying to work really quickly because some rain is coming in. I got my hoop house a little bit of the way done, but now we have to get ready to go to the Easter egg hunt. Even though we don't have the hoop house, Janelle put our plants outside. See how the broccoli is leaning over? And that's because it hasn't been outside and they're going up rather than trying to get strong. So we put them outside so that they know that they're supposed to get strong. But look at this, almost all the tomatoes are up. Let's see, I think it looks like around probably 90+% success rate there. And almost all the other little plants are up too. Peppers take a lot longer to germinate, but we do have a couple that are coming up. And that is a lot faster than in previous years.